Let's consider a very practical but often ignored example of data minimization. When managing user accounts, your organization should take steps to remove inactive users from your systems. Larger companies such as Google and Uber are already carrying out this practice, informing users that their account will be deleted within a month or two of receiving a reminder email to log in and use the account before that time lapses. This reminder email is triggered by inactivity. The process of reminding users after 2 years of inactivity that their account will be removed if no activity is detected in the next 2 months will need to be outlined in your user terms and conditions, and the processing of data, monitoring of account activity, inactivity, the email reminder, and the account deletion constitute processing activities that need to be outlined in your privacy notice. Therefore, drafting vague terms in your privacy notice that set the retention period to as long as necessary to provide our services won't do. In fact, it's really easy to get fined for vagueness because it's immediately auditable from the outside. You'll need to describe the processing activities and the data retention periods connected to various parts of the services where different data is processed differently. A more accurate retention of account-related data, for instance user ID, transaction history, etc., would read something like this. This data is retained for 2 years after the last use of the account or until you delete your account. Other types of data like proof of payment is kept longer as prescribed by the tax and accounting regulations applicable in your country. So make sure that your privacy notice clarifies what data is needed in this statutory compliance obligation and how long you'll be keeping that data for. The legal base used is legal obligation if you can pinpoint the legal reference, but this only applies to EU member state law. If you operate outside of the EU, you'll not be able to use this legal base, but instead legitimate interest to comply with local laws in your non-EU jurisdiction. There again, specify how long you're required to keep the data and the regulation abided by.